names aren't just good for calling somebody out, be like, hey, Joe, come here. They're actually good for giving somebody a sense of importance. Like, they're like, oh, he remembers my name? How does he remember my name? And what I get out of that is if you can make somebody feel important, that is a great thing to do because that builds connections. And connections can be used for making money. I mean, that's like more in a selfish way, or building good relationships with people, getting to know their friends, friends of friends. And when you can build good connection, that's a very good skill for the business world. But besides, that's all besides the point. But when you remember names, it's just so important to do. And so now that you understand why it's important, how are you going to do it? So I was at the restaurant the other day, and there's a server that took 6 people's orders without having to do like without having to write it down. That's what I mean. Without having to write it down. And I was like, how does he do that? And my grandpa's like, in college, yes, surprise, you learn something in college. You learn this thing where if you say what they say, so say like, I want to remember a water bottle. And when they're like, I need to buy a water bottle, you say water bottle, you repeat it back to them. And that puts in your mind, because now that you've heard it, and now you've said it. You've heard it and you said it. So when somebody's like, hey, my name's Joe. Okay. Hey, Joe. Like you say again. Or you just say, Joe. Okay, Joe. You just repeat in your head. Don't make it like all cringy and be like, Joe, 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 Joe. Just be like, Joe. And then maybe say in your head a couple times. Make sure to commit it to memory. Because just the other night, I was working and there's one of my old coworkers and I'm like, I don't even remember their name. I was like, I don't remember their name. And that's so important to remember people's names, especially when they remember your name. Now, how you're going to use this is really just try to make people feel important, because when you make people feel important, that is the best thing you can do, obviously, for building connections. And I've just always told myself that I'm not good at names. You might say the same thing. I just don't remember names. That's just me. That's just my personality. You can change that. Just really try to remember it. Because when you ask somebody a question, don't just ask them for filler time. Be like, hey, how you going? How you doing? What's your name? Don't do that. Because when you do that, well, I mean, ask them your name. I think you guys know what you mean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. But when you just do this filler time and you don't even like comprehend it, they'll be like, Joe. And then you'll be like, it just goes right through your ear and you're like, what? Okay. It doesn't matter to me. The name doesn't matter. It doesn't affect my life. But just try to remember names. This is a quick video. I'll see you in the next one, okay? Click the video on the screen.